So sometimes when chopping with a big knife, you know, this is about a 5 to 6 inch tree, dead tree, and this is where this is probably not the best choice. Not that it couldn't do it, but why do this and spend all this time? This tree's a little rotted, but why spend all this time when you can use the axe or even a saw, which would be my first tool if I wanted to take down a tree like this. But you could do it with the big knife. The proper axe for felling a tree, much better. Big 11-inch machete. Definitely not the right tool for felling a tree like this. Not a big tree. No. £1.25 hatchet. It'll do it, but again, not as good as the boy's axe. Now, here's one tool that I like for jobs like this. Alright guys, so here's one of the beautiful things of having a large knife and using a large knife for maybe, you know, small axe work or hatchet type work. And the versatility is there. You can use it for knife stuff, but you can also use it for some small hatchet stuff. And you know, you saw in some of the other footage how sometimes the axe had some glancing blows and you have to swing it and you have a lot of weight on the end. But when you want to split just a small piece of wood, or you're just doing an overnighter or something like that, and you're just carrying some light gear on you, can do a lot with a big knife, and you're not swinging it at wood to split wood. You just use a baton, and if you do it properly, there's no problem with batoning a knife. But it's just a nice, easy, simple, safe way to make some firewood. And the other great thing about it is that after you split that wood, typically you've got a hardness on the steel that's a little bit more than an axe, and you've got good control with it. And if you need to make feathers, you got yourself a nice feather making machine. Not that you can't do it with a very good forest type axe, like I said before, that's got a good steel on it. You can, but I just enjoy doing it, and I think it's just easier to do it with a knife. So you can do all that knife work that you want with your knife, plus you can do a little bit of heavier tasks if you have to. Not a problem. split this wood very easily, nice and safe, no problems at all. Alright guys, now the machete for making feather sticks, yeah, you can do it. To me, because of the length of it, it's a little bit more unwieldy than, you know, the large knife. And because of the thinness of the machete, you're not going to do that batoning. You can split small stuff, okay, without having to swing on it, but I wouldn't get too crazy big with the machete. Because it's so thin, you know, it just doesn't split as good, but it'll do it for small stuff. And like I say, you can use it for some, and this is gnarly wood, but you can use it for feathering. To me, I'd rather have the knife. It's just gives you a little bit more control than the machete, but you can do it with the machete, so not a problem there. Now, one of the problems with the machete and why I prefer the big knife instead is because the big knife is a little bit more durable, and so you can do that stuff with the big machete. But I don't know if you can see it in there. I'll show you later when I'm inside, but I kind of bent up the edge a little bit, and there's some rippling in there because it's such a thin edge. This is not made to chop big trees like I was doing, okay? So you're going to be limited on the big stuff. You're gonna damage your tool like I did. I believe I can fix that up, not a big deal. But yeah, not for chopping the big stuff. Another thing a big knife does well is some debarking, taking the bark off your firewood if you need to, or for whatever you're doing. It's got the right size and weight, and it's just a very nice tool to use for that. Debarking with an axe. This is the big Cold Steel Trail Boss. You can do it. I prefer it with a knife. And again, this axe does not really have a woodworking edge as much as it has a chopping and wood splitting edge. So to be fair, but you can set up your wood axe to be a lot sharper than this, a lot thinner edge. And yeah, it will debark. Not a problem. So here's one method to split wood with the small axe, and you've seen this done a lot of times. And just one method to do it, if a little bit safer than swinging. Just kind of split that wood, turn your axe, split it, and take care of it that way. Again, my axe is not very sharp, and it has a wide edge, thick edge, for more so for splitting wood vertically than this kind of thing. But it'll do it.